Okay, so this is the introduction. We'll call this video 1. We'll just do a little overview talking about the machine. Pratt & Whitney half B30. Each side of the machine has a door. That door is opened with this switch. Lift the lever, rolls out, and that door slides back and forth, nice and easy. When the switch is opened, when this door switch is opened, nothing can happen inside. No spindle, no movement, no oil, no anything. So you're gonna have your chuck on here, which I assume you already have. Original chip box spindle. We replaced the door with this thick piece of Lexan so you can kind of see what's going on in here. Everything else on this portion is the same. You have your binder, your lockup. This is your jog. We call this the jog station. You can jog back and forth. All of the information is going to be up on this screen when we turn the power on. And your functioning buttons are over here. Again, we'll talk about that in another video. Pulley cover is here. We've got a screw right here. It doesn't really hold it, it does more about the switch. So you'd have to unthread this, take these off to get at the pulleys. There are 2 pulleys, a small pulley and a large pulley to give you a wider range. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we have the power on and we look at the screen. So you'll notice when this door closes and latches, everything is locked up, and there's a bulkhead over here and a bulkhead over here. So at no point while it's running can you get your hand in to touch the part. Everything is sealed up. Does a nice job of making it quieter, keeping the oil down, because obviously there's always a little bit of spray that comes out depending on how good your seal is. But it contains all that spray and keeps it inside the pan. Drill slide. Of course, there's no more apron or no more shavs. Everything is controlled by the ball screw. These screw covers protect the screw from chips and dirt and damage. We don't pop those until the day we ship, in case something has to be changed. But these telescope back and forth to protect the screw. Standard drill holder, just like you normally have. Here's your control gauge shut-off valve. This is a pressure transmitter. We'll talk about that later when the power's on. Automatic way lubrication mounted on the back of the machine, and that comes up and lubricates all the ways. Telescoping chain for your hose and your wires. Same thing over here with the screw cover. Servos mounted on the back end to control the ball screw. And you've got a limit switch here and a limit switch here that protects for any over travel that you might have. So that's video 1.